What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to an FPL Seal video. So today we have the team selection for game week 22. I hope you do enjoy this video. If you do, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. But let's get into it. So the defense, we have Arrizabalaga in goal. He's been really nice for us. Trippier, White and Shaw are the back three. Now, Manchester United have kept a clean sheet in 3 out of the last 6 since the restart. Now, they didn't keep a clean sheet against Man City, Arsenal or Crystal Palace. I mean, and the drop off of Shaw in attack has been quite bad. I mean, he still has to remain. He has a double game week. He's not a priority transfer out. Let's just keep him in the team. Newcastle have kept 8 clean sheets in a row. Now with Bruno Guimaraes out, that might be an issue with their clean sheet capabilities, but Trippier has been taken over nicely, so we're keeping him in the team. Now the last spot is White versus Botman. I'm keeping White in the team, mainly because of that Bruno Guimaraes red card in the cup. That means he doesn't play in the next 3, and I think that dents their clean sheet possibilities, while Arsenal do have a decent chance to keep a clean sheet against Everton. So into midfield we go. We have Martinelli, Antony, De Bruyne and Rashford. Now Rashford's probably going to be my captain. He's on fire, has a very nice double, and he's going to be triple captain by a lot of people, so his EO is going to be high, so naturally he is the captain choice. De Bruyne, he's been taking over poorly, but I mean, he has Tottenham away. He could get something from that game. Tottenham don't have the best record as a defensive unit, so he'll just remain in place for his double next week. Now Antony, he is the big question mark. Do I keep him or do I try and get Bruno in? He hasn't been really good so far. His stats aren't that good either. So right now I'm just thinking I'll keep Antony and we'll see what happens. But he has this double. I kind of made my bet. I'm just going to lie in it now, although I might still remove him come the deadline. Martinelli seems to be a bit of a rotation risk. People are a bit worried with him because of Trossard, but I think I'll keep the faith with Martinelli. He feels like a luxury transfer out, and I don't really want to remove him yet, so I think he needs a little bit of time. I think Antony needs a little bit of time. De Bruyne needs a little bit of time. So right now I don't think any of them are worth moving on, but that might change before the deadline. So into attack we go. Here we have Mitrovic, Haaland and Kane. Now each of these players have tough opponent this week, but Mitrovic and Kane are the only ones I'm actually thinking about transferring out. Haaland of course just remains for his double, and of course Tottenham, like I said, aren't the best defensive unit, so he might just get something from that game. Kane has been taking over very nicely, but with Man City it's a really difficult fixture. Then they have Leicester. Kane loves a goal against Leicester. Mitrovic, on the other hand, has not been taking over very nicely. He has Chelsea, and I think they will improve a lot with, having signed half the universe. Removing him for Eddie Nketiah, who is in form and actually outperforms every other forward on stats over the last few game weeks, seems like the ideal move, even though Eddie Nketiah has Everton, who I think will be quite hard to break down with Sean Dyche coming in as their manager. But I think it just sets me up nicely for the double, so that might be my move. So like I said, my transfer plan, I just can't really, I tried to put it together, I can't put it together right now, so I'm just giving you my transfer targets. So the targets that I want to, like the ideal hat-trick of Arsenal is the hat-trick of attack, so Ødegaard, Saka and Nketiah would be the ideal Arsenal triple up. I really want Mahrez or Lewis. That's kind of the dilemma that I have there. Do I go triple City attack or do I have one defender in? And that's either going to be Lewis or Ake. Lewis is 3.9 million, so I see the appeal to going there. Mitoma for Brighton, I really want him in. He looks really good. I think he'll get you points and he has very nice fixtures, but he's blanking in 25, and I kind of want to target my transfers on players that don't blank in 25. So these are the players I'm thinking about bringing in. Likely this game week only to bring Eddie Nketiah in, but we'll have to see how that goes. Now the outs, and people think like you have 6 players that you want to remove. Surely that's a wildcard worthy squad. I have 2 free transfers. I have 0.5 in the bank, and I'll just go through this one by one. Andreas Pereira does not feel like a necessary transfer. It's like a luxury transfer. It's not something I have to do right now. Mitrovic I'm probably going to do right now. Shaw has a double game week, so he's going to go next week probably, because I only want to keep Marcus Rashford for the Man United, basically the remainder of the season if he's fit and firing. But Man United blank in 25, so I don't think keeping 2 or 3 Man United assets on your bench is viable, so I'm probably going to remove both of those guys. Now Patterson, 3.9 million, he's injured. His injury time gets shorter with every day, so maybe I'm past the point of selling and I'm just going to hold. 3.9 is just sitting on my bench anyway. Martinelli, like I said, luxury transfer. Kind of want to give him time to prove himself. And then Anthony, he's going to get the double probably from me, and then he's probably going to be out of the team, and I'm going to be happy to see him go. But the big question for me is, do I go 3-4-3 or do I go 3-5-2? Where's the biggest point value? Is it in the midfield or is it in the attack? I think I will go 3-4-3 because I want Eddie Nketiah into my squad, and I can make a pretty decent 4-man midfield. So I think that's where I'll probably go. That's where I'll probably land. But these are my thoughts right now. So like I said, 2 free transfers, 0.5 million in the bank. We're probably going to sell Mitrovic and get Nketiah instead, so that would leave us with like 0.8 in the bank. I did look at Leeds players. They don't look that good to me. I don't think there's anyone who's really appealing. Nonto, of course, might be appealing, but then I'd have to sell Kane and Mitrovic because I want to get Nketiah in. I could get Bruno then in instead as well, so that might be -4, but then it would be a lot harder to set my team up well for the double next week. So I think the ideal move for me is Nketiah in for Mitrovic, but it remains to be seen. I will try and update on Twitter what I do, like give you guys my team on Twitter, so do follow me there or check that out if you want my full team, because it might change before the deadline. But right now my only transfer is likely to be Eddie Nketiah, and rolling the other transfer, Marcus Rashford as my captain, Luke Shaw as my vice captain, and we're gonna bang in 100 points. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.